Welcome to Nashima News. With me, Rizwan Hassan. I have with me a very intelligent, article, a very handsome young MP, Mr. Syed Nasir Hussain. I've come here to speak to him on various issues. The first and foremost issue will be on the present violence which took place in DG Halli and KG Halli. So you being a MP and your Congress party MLA's nephew has posted some derogatory statement against the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. What is your take, your party's take on this issue?
See, first of all, Naveen is the nephew of our MLA. If something is done by any cousin or brother or somebody of some politician, the blame shouldn't be put on that politician. That is what I think. I am an MP. If some of my relative does something, I can't take the blame. But the fact remains that Naveen has put up a very, very derogatory FV post, which is not acceptable, which is condemnable, and at any cost, that is not acceptable by anybody in any society, any democratic society. That every one of us have condemned. At the same time, we have also condemned the violence that took place, the vandalism that took place, the way they have burnt the houses, police stations, and vehicles. I think this is not acceptable in a democratic society at all. See, if you are aggrieved by something, you can go ahead and file a complaint. Here comes the role of the police. So we have questioned the police, we have questioned the government, we have questioned the intelligence agencies. Some boys had gone to file a complaint at the DG and the police station. So their complaint was not registered, and police was not very receptive also. But then the police should have made it sure that there's no untoward incident happening there. These boys stood there for 4 or 5 hours and they mobilized everyone from their social media platforms. There are 2 police stations there. Within a radius of about, say, 3-4 kilometers.
No, it's 2 kilometers.
Yeah, 2 kilometers, 2 police stations. Yeah. Within a radius of 4 or 5 kilometers, there are about 1 dozen police stations. From the place where this Chief Minister's residence is around 12 minutes and the Vidhan Sabha is about 10 minutes. So what was the government, the police and the intelligence agency doing? They didn't get the news of what is happening there. How come in the heart of the city, when a mobilization of about 1,000 to 2,000 people are being done in front of the police station, how did the police didn't get to know? So this is my question. Has the police failed or the intelligence agency failed or has the government failed? And the other question is, did the government deliberately allow this incident to happen because they have failed in coronavirus and there are so many problems in their own party? Did they want to use this opportunity to divert the attention? So, this is my question to the government.
So you mean to say that this FIR was not taken deliberately on the behest of the government, and they sought with the right come so that they divert the attention from all the corruption charges?
Say, I wouldn't say whether the police did not take the complaint on the basis of the government, on the behest of the government or not, I don't know. But what I would like to say is the police should have taken the complaint. 1. 2. When the boys were standing in front of the police station and mobilizing about 1,000, 2,000 people, what was the police doing? They could have it was well within their reach to stop this incident and the vandalism that happened.
So they let the go incident.
They let the incident happen. Was that deliberate is my question.
Now coming to the another question is, do you think that there are some political forces behind this? I don't name any party. Do you think any political forces behind this? Because no allegations are being thrown on each other, and your some party people also are saying it's the Congress is doing, and Congress saying others are doing, and others saying. So what exactly is this, a political game or is it something else you see?
See, only after the investigation, anybody can come to a conclusion as to how this incident has taken place. The fact remains that there was a FB post which was which was in a very bad taste. It was derogatory. Nobody could have tolerated it. 2. Police inaction and deliberate inaction on behalf of the police and the government is something which puts them under suspicion. Well, it puts them under suspicion. If there is some invisible hand, if there is a political party behind this, if there are some politicians behind this, that I wouldn't answer. I don't know if they are there. If anybody is there, whichever party they belong to, whether they belong to my party, whether they belong to BJP or SDP or whoever it is, everyone has to be taken to task and they have to be punished. But that doesn't mean the police can go in the middle of the night and harass women and pick up innocent people, minors, and the people those who are not there. Just on the basis of the telecom tower, you cannot identify the people. Please identify those people, those who were there in the during that incident that took place, those who were involved in vandalism. You have their pictures. You can have them through this media channel videos. You can have them through CCTV cameras. You can have them through your own cameras. You arrest them. We are completely against those people, those who are involved in vandalism. But please don't disturb peace and don't disturb innocents.
At this hour of need, where are the leaders? So many are struggling, so many are crying from past 5-6 days. Where are the leaders and where is the other people who talk so much? Where are they? Because you know the situation how it is.
Yeah. See, I understand the situation. I understand the woes of the people, common man over there.
No leaders coming out.
But most of the leaders have spoken, tweeted, gone viral.
Sir,
with
speaking and tweeting is
gone viral. Gone viral. They have given with their bites to social media and electronic media also. And most of us have been in touch with the police and the government from day one. We have been asking an appointment with the Chief Minister for the past 3-4 days. Since he was in quarantine, he was unable to meet us. He said that he will give us time around 20th. We went and met the police commissioner today. About 50 of us, Muttahida, Mahas, office bearers were there, leaders of 28 organizations were there. I was there, CM Ibrahim sir was there, Mr. N.A. Haris was there, Tanvir Seth sir was there, Salim Ahmad sir was there, Zamir Pasha sir was there, and all the leaders, the other leaders were there. We all were there. We had a discussion for almost 1 hour with the police commissioner. We saw to it that curfew is shifted. He assured us that everyone will be allowed to go outside, to mosques, to commercial places, to run their businesses, etc., etc. And then he also promised us that the innocent people will not be picked up, they will be left alone. And he also promised us that he will get to the bottom of the entire problem and he will find the real culprits.
Now coming to the another issue, Congress has formed a fact-finding committee under 3 former Home Ministers, and your present MLA, who was in the eye of storm from Inaction, Mr. Syed MP, has asked for a CBI inquiry, and he says he doesn't believe in the Congress fact-finding committee. So what is your take on that?
See, Congress fact-finding committee is for the Congress party. That is not an official investigating team of the government or the law enforcing agency. Congress party, especially Mrs. Gandhi and Mr. Rahul Gandhi, wanted to know as to what actually has taken place, who is the root cause for this entire problem, whether our people, that means the Congress people, are involved in it. There are so many allegations running to and fro. So we wanted to find out the truth. That's the reason why we have an internal committee which will look into this matter and they will submit a report to the party high command. Then party has already taken a stand on that. Then it will be more clear to the party as to what stand it has to be taken. This has nothing to do with the government's fact-finding committee.
Some ulamas went and met Akhanda Srinivasmurthy, which has sent a wrong, bad message in the community saying that why they had to go and asking him that they'll construct the house. So, what is your take on that? Because it's not gone good taste.
See, Akhanda Srinivasmurthy is a secular person. He is an MLA of a secular party. There are no antecedents where he has done anything wrong against any community. And here also he doesn't have any role. It was something that was posted by his nephew, and he has openly come out and he has spoken against it. He has said that boy should be punished for what he has done. So I think there was no need to attack his house and burn his house. On a humanitarian ground, if anybody is going and meeting Akhanda Srinivasmurthy, or if anybody is going and meeting the families of the people, those who died in the firing, or if anybody is going and meeting the people whose houses or vehicles have been burned, and there is nothing wrong in that. But why should anybody get angry going and meeting anyone?
No, they are going and telling him that we will construct a house.
So what is there in that? Is some innocent person's vehicle or house has been burned?
No, they are not going to the general public or the victim. They are going to MLA's house, saying that. Then that means to say that before that inquiry, the blame is that we have done it, so we apologize for that.
Nobody is apologizing on behalf of anyone. We cannot apologize on behalf of anyone.
As
a party also, we cannot apologize. As a community also, nobody can apologize. Because, why will you apologize for some vandalist, some arsonist who went on arsoning, who went on vandalizing the entire area there? That is something illegal, that is something against the law, against the society, the rules of the society also. The point is, anybody can go and meet anybody. Nobody can stop them. Now, what is more important is, curfew should be relaxed. What is more important is, innocent shouldn't be picked up and punished. What is more important is, those who have been picked up, their families should get to know as to where they have been imprisoned, produced in the court, and where they have been imprisoned, in which day they are kept, or whether they have been medically examined or not. These are the issues. One. Second, confidence building measures between the people and the police has to be done. And also, the issue of this FB and other social media platforms which are spreading this kind of hatred in the society and polarizing society. That has to be done. These are very important.
Yesterday the Home Minister said they are trying to get in a new law and see that all these social media posts where, raising the passions and, spreading fake news, they are getting a law. So you being a member of parliament, would you go for a stringent law? Because you have seen so many fake journalists are there, fake YouTubers are there, fake social media is there. These are the people operating. So you want some new law where it will be monitored.
See, I'll be too happy if the Home Minister of this government actually comes out with a law which is very stringent and which will take up the issues, especially where communal polarization is being done and where hatred is being spread. But I doubt, given the new expose by the Wall Street Journal, where it has mentioned very clearly that Facebook, in connivance with the government of the day at the center, has polarized communally the entire country. They have been soft on all those people who have been posting hatred, who have been spreading hatred, who have been venomous on social media platforms, especially the Facebook. This has become a big controversy, not just in India, internationally. I, as a member of the Parliament Standing Committee on Information Technology, I have already tweeted on this. We are having a meeting specially to look at the issue that has been raised by Wall Street Journal against the Facebook. This issue is coming up in our committee meeting. Any country, any saner country, any democratic country should have stringent rules against the people who spread hate, because hate destroys, it cannot unite people.
So, do you condemn this incident?
In no uncertain words and unequivocally, I condemn the incident that took place in KGLE, DGLE. There is no room for violence, arson, vandalism in our society. Likewise, there is no space for spreading hatred in our society. Both the one who posted that derogatory post and the people, those who got involved in vandalism, both have to be punished.
Thank you. Mr. Syed Nasir Hussain was very forthcoming in his view, saying that he condemns the incidents wholeheartedly, and he said the person who posted the post as well as those who committed the offence, both should be punished. And he also said that the police should have taken action in time. This violence wouldn't have taken place. He also has the view that social media rules should come where stringent laws should come where hatred is not spread. Rizwan Asad, National News.